Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5. Today we've got Kansas Speedway and the first race of the round of 8. If you don't know who's in the round of 8, well, that means you didn't watch the end of the last episode, and I'm not going to show you the beginning of this episode because I want you to watch the other episode. So go out there and do that. I'll wait. Okay, I assume you've watched it now, and thank you for that. And you hit the like. You are so kind for hitting that like button. Did you subscribe? If you're not, I'd appreciate if you would. All right. Well, here we are. Round of 8 Xfinity Series, Kansas Speedway, 100 laps. I changed the yellows to being relaxed because I'm sick of having someone bounce off a wall and it bringing out a yellow. I'm sick of not having green flag pit stops when we should have them. And I also set my sensitivity. Oh, and I did the multi-stage thing again that had turned off because I had the Cup Series race going short, and because it was a shorter race, it turned them off automatically, so I had to turn them back on. However, now that all that is taken care of, we're in the round of 8, and we're in a battle with multiple subscriber drivers, and we want to go out here and put down a victory, hopefully, so that we can make our way into the Final Four. Let's get out there, do some practice. We'll see you, qualifying. Close but no cigar. Let's qualify. All right, here we go. Qualifying effort now underway. And we are going to go through 1 and 2, slide it up the track to exit with as much speed as possible. Roll into turns 3 and 4. And again, let the car do what it does. Oh, that was actually slow. That was actually very slow going through 3 and 4. A couple miles an hour slower.
Let's see where that puts you.
We were close. We could have done better. 6th place, 1 out of where we need to be for our goal time. I think we can win this race. If we do, that would be a huge relief to me. In order to do that, we need to pass Ryan Truex, Taylor Carpenter, Gary Norton, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Casey Kane. Right behind us, we've got David Schildhouse, Eliza Bethel in 7th and 8th. Then 10th place, Michael Chavez. 14th, Timothy Mathis. 16th, Jeremiah Graham. 17th, Bernardo de Oliveira. 18th, AJ Hale. 20th, John Perez. 22nd, Lane Timmergen. 23rd, Max Cost. 25th, Matthias Espinoza. 26th, Matt Malone. 31st, Bryce Egan. Not a good qualifying effort by him and that team. 33rd, Bradshaw Stout. And 36th, Parker Smith. Little pre-race information for you in the Kansas Lottery 300. Max Cost has been struggling all weekend. Sammy Smith pays to be nice. He is our friend. And Ryan Truex is your pole winner.
You're coming to the green. Ready. Green's out now. Let's go. Inside.
Just getting up through the gears. This is a 3-gear setup I have going on this one. We are going to run through 1 and 2 with the foot all the way down on the pedal.
Careful.
And exit with speed. And that's going to bring us out to the front. But much like Las Vegas, can we stay there? I don't know. But that was one crazy start to the race for us to just fly out in front like this. When I changed everything, I made sure legend difficulty was still turned on. I don't mess with that. I don't like that to be an issue. Just throwing that out there. David Schildhouse has made his way up to 3rd place behind Taylor Carpenter. We've got 2 subscriber drivers taking each other on right now. Ryan Truex, pole sitter, is dropped back, and maybe he just had a good qualifying setup. Gary Norton rounds out your top 5. Looks like Schildhouse trying to make a play at Carpenter, though, as he is only 1/10 behind him. And we have 24 in the tank. I don't expect we're going to be seeing any cautions. Eliza Bethel, first playoff driver in the round of 8, pops her head into 4th place. She passes Ryan Truex as well as he continues to fall back. We aren't actually really driving too hard away from Carpenter and Schildhouse, so I don't feel as weird about how quickly we jumped out to this lead. It's actually a lot more based on just who was up there. Ryan Truex continues to drop back. We're going to, slow it way down to keep it off the wall there. That was terrifying. Jeremiah Graham getting around Ryan Truex and getting a big run as he is gaining on Bethel right now. Yes, I am doing more watching the relative than I am watching the road, simply because, we're in the lead as David Schildhouse takes over second place on Taylor Carpenter. I will be paying attention when I turn in first, though. Before I talk about it again, we get a nice little turns 1 and 2 there. How are our tires doing? 80%. That's a concern, maybe. How many laps have we put in? I don't know. We have 22 in the tank right now. We'll have to take a look at how many. 5. 5 laps in. We get 27. 6 laps in. 27 or 28 laps in the tank. We're down by 20%. That's like 4% per lap-ish. It's either 3 or 4% per lap. At 3% per lap, we could technically do 30 plus laps, no problem, 33 laps or so, no problem. 4% per lap, that drops us down to 25 laps, which isn't a full fuel run. However, it is a full stage. So again, much like Las Vegas, even though this track feels smooth as a baby's bottom, we have to worry about our tire fall off. Taking a look back at our relative, Schildhouse just 2.1 seconds back from us as Carpenter has dropped back a little bit. Bethel has gained on him, and Jeremiah Graham just 1 second behind Bethel. I do have to pay attention right there when we did the... Don't do that now. When we came out of 4, I heard the tires slide, and that's not what we want to deal with. I got to be as smooth as I can with my turns so that we're not worrying about that. Got just a 2.2 second lead over Schildhouse. It happened again. Car is getting loose coming out of 4, so I'm going to have to make sure I let the car fade up on its own. At the same time, Bethel has taken over 3rd place, but Michael Chavez is now in the top 5 as he is getting a run to gain on Taylor Carpenter. And what I'm starting to think is everybody, for the most part, is losing grip, as I'm seeing a lot of changing around, as it looks like Chavez is going to, and he did, get the pass done on Taylor Carpenter. So interesting to see that, as we have just 13 laps left in stage number 1. We do need to be aware. John Perez gets himself up into top 5. Michael Chavez on a bit of a run here. He's going to get around Eliza Bethel. We need to make sure that we are allowing this car at the end of the turns just to get up as high as it wants to go, so that we're not burning up these tires anymore. We're at 59%, 12 to go in the stage. I want to say 59% after 10 laps. Is that what it was? 11, yeah. We're on lap 11, so we've completed 10 laps and we're at 59%. That means we get about 22, 23 laps on a tire load. Does that mean that's what we're going to have next stage? No. My first stage is always that figure it out stage. The good news is, although Schildhouse is catching us, we still have over a 2-second lead on him. Chavez has actually made a headway on us, but he's still pretty far back. And I think, obviously, when we are a lot more careful with our tires in stage 2, we won't have the same problem. But we may not be having as high of a lead then. Also, wow, did the car get super loose there. Eliza and John have switched spots as she has dropped back a couple spots now, giving up a position to both Michael Chavez and John Perez. Perez trying to actually catch up to Michael Chavez. Should be curious to see maybe a little bit better tire management for those two as they are making a bit of headway, including on David Schildhouse. So we'll see how that turns out. We're just trying to do our best here to finish this race out, or this first stage out, without blowing our tire. I think we'll be all right. I just have to be careful going on exit of 4 because for some reason we get real loose out of 4. There's definitely a big drop off though when it comes to speed going around these turns. It's all right though. Yeah, I feel it as soon as I get on the gas. I feel the tires spin in 4. That's crazy. Looks like Chavez about to battle it out with Schildhouse. They're just 2/10 away from each other. And that means John Perez is in the picture as well, as he's just 7/10 back. And Bethel a little bit farther back at about 1.5 seconds, 1.4, 1.5 seconds behind Chavez, who has just taken over second place. We have two drivers that very well could be in the playoffs next season, showing some of their abilities right now in this race as they are battling it out for that podium finish between second and third place. Just a handful of laps left in stage number 1. We're going to go ahead and speed things up, and we will be back on the mic with you at the end of the stage.
One bad stage. Way to go, driver.
We did end up with a caution on the track, and I had just noticed there was somebody that was on pit road. So that's an interesting event. Let's see who it was. Timothy Mathis out of the race. I am not sure if somebody else is out, but at least Timothy Mathis is out.
Be ready. Car outside. Hold your line.
We're hopeful at the start of stage 2 that we'll be able to kick it into high gear again, get a nice lead, but also do a better job of taking care of the tires this time. Whoa. Michael Chavez goes high, and that opens the door for David Schildhouse to pass him. Maybe Bethel as well. We've got 20 laps in stage number 2, so actually we don't have to be careful about the tires because we can just blast through them. We did more than 20 laps in the last stage. It'll be the final stage that we have to pay attention to, which will be 50-something laps based on the caution laps that we have for the stage completions. I think they should freeze the lap counter at that point. It's not actually, well, I guess it is still, you still do drive that amount
Keep hitting your mark
around the track, just not at speed. Apparently I had a faster lap than ever right there. I didn't even realize it. Schildhouse up into second place. Espinoza showing up in the top 5. He's made his way into third position, and he is looking to catch and pass, and he does. David Schildhouse, congratulations. Matthias,
that was a better lap.
Getting yourself up into a great position there. Bethel is able to get around both Chavez and Schildhouse as Schildhouse drops back to 4th place. John Perez getting over or around Chavez to put himself into 5th place. Big importance for the drivers trying to make the final 4 here in the championship series. And Perez will get around Schildhouse as he tries to catch and pass Bethel. It's amazing what happens as the tires fall off, though. You'll see a bunch of different drivers get around or catch up, and it's I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to test part of that to whatever the mod was, simply because I don't feel like you saw as much shuffling around before as you do now. Chavez comes back into the picture, taking fourth place away from Perez. Bethel up into third. She's 2/10 away from Espinoza, who is sitting in second place right now. Perez and Chavez switch places again. I don't know if Chavez is still running that outside line, maybe not helping him so much. We'll have to keep an eye on that one, as Espinoza is catching us right now. And I'm not quite sure I understand why. But I just looked up in my rear view instead of at the relative and noticed it. So I'm going to have to focus even more on what I'm doing. Maybe I haven't been very aggressive with my laps. Trying to see what we can do without being super aggressive. But after 8 laps, we've only used 25% tires. So, I mean, that's 32 laps. That's more than a tank. So I'm going to give her a little more. See if we can put a bit more separation between us and some of the other drivers. Chavez has gotten around Bethel now, making up ground that he had lost early in the stage. Trying to put more than 4 or 5 tenths between me and Espinoza would be nice. Bethel's still trying to battle it out with Chavez, but also she's got John Perez behind her. Schildhaus gets around Perez, so there's a pack right there, and they are all battling it out, and it would help us, but Espinoza, he has not gone away. He's actually gained a tenth on us right now. And now he's gained 2 tenths. Oh, there we go. I don't know what he did there, but we ended up getting a really drive out of 2. Really good drive, and put him down a few extra tenths. That's weird, though. Chavez is caught up to Espinoza. Hopefully they'll battle it out, just like Schildhaus and Bethel are battling it out. And that'll give us a little bit of a reprieve. Ooh, that was going to be real tight. I burned him up that time. Not temperature, but I did burn up. I wore him out by doing that. We'll do whatever we have to do, though, to keep the lead. I'm not giving this up. Most laps led, most dominating race. That's what I'm all about right now, especially to ensure our Final Four. I mean, it goes Final Four and then championship race, I believe. It's not like there's a Final Four and then we break it down to a Final 2. I think we go the next 3 races and then the final race at Phoenix is going to be the last race of the season, where the Final Four is announced, and it's all out. Whoever wins that one, whoever's ahead of whoever in that one, is who wins the championship. And if we win that championship, we will be in a great spot, because that means we'll only have 1 year left here, and the money we make can go into our Cup team, which is going to be starting from the bottom. Yeah, Chavez now gets around Espinoza and is only 4 tenths off of our bumper 2, and we've got 9 left in stage number 2, so we're going to speed things up until the end of stage 2. We'll be back on the mic with you, well, as I just said, the end of stage 2.
You took that stage. Good job.
It was a good stage. Austin Hill did come out, though. We saw that happening. Everyone will pit. We'll have probably 54 to go. And if there isn't a caution, we all get to pit for real, which will be awesome.
Coming to the green, driver. Be ready here. Outside, outside.
Shifting through the gears as we're looking over at Matthias Espinosa, who has been up here for a long time. John Perez in fourth. The only other playoff driver in the top 5 presently. That could all change pretty quickly, actually, as Schildhaus will take fourth away from Perez. Likely a position thing there as Perez battles back. And now Perez has made his wow. We're going to wait until a lap or two go by before we start to commentate on every single change of position, because at this point, everyone is right on each other and they could do a lot of position changing. What I care about is we have 50. How many laps? Well, I got to check now. Hold on. Oh, 50. How many do we have in this? Oh, it's not going to tell me a stage, is it? Because this is coming up on lap 3 of this stage, which I think meant we have 52 laps, 53 laps, 54. I don't know, but I'm trying to figure it out for a gas perspective. But doing that, I am losing position to Chavez. So how about we focus more on the track and less on that crap? Also, can I get it? I mean, that's the other thing. Do I need to get a full fuel load, I guess, is the next question. Maybe not.
Coming to the cross flag.
They're all drafting, which is another reason why they're so fast right now. We see Espinosa kind of come out of the draft for a second there, peeking his nose out to see if he can get around Chavez and challenge me for first position. And I mean, honestly, by the end of the race, it could happen. We seem to have lost a little something as this race has continued on. Maybe it's just me paying more attention to what's going on behind me and trying to commentate some information for you guys so you're not just bored with watching me drive around the front the whole time. But at the same time, you know, I see a whole line of cars right there that are all under a second behind me. I got a little concerned. Keep in mind, these cars are higher rated, and I think I mentioned this a couple races ago. The subscriber drivers are higher rated than any driver is in the game. Just like the actual video game, you look through their ratings, and 0 is the highest rating you can have. And most of the drivers most of the AI drivers, the drivers built into the game, before I modded them to be even higher than they were all sitting at, anywhere ranging from 10 to 25. And now I have all of them sitting at 10. And I have, which is all of them, not just some of them. And then we have, I think, 11 drivers that have all of their stats set to are at 0, which again is the highest. So that's actually a reason why you don't tend to see a ton of non-subscriber drivers up front in some of these races. In the Cup Series, it's going to be even better because they're going to be able to upgrade the star rating of their team. I think. I don't know, because not everybody has an individual team, so maybe not. I know AJ Hale and Timothy Mathis are going to team up together, and if everybody else did something like that, they could, like, upgrade the star level of their team. I don't know. That's just a thought. Wow, this is Matthias Espinosa looking to take the lead away, and he's going to do it.
Still there.
John Perez, he's right there, too.
Say hi up here.
Just gonna, I guess I'll just hang out back here now. Oh, caution comes out. That's interesting. Yeah, we're good. I was thinking about maybe pitting just to really mix stuff up, but nah.
All right, man. You're coming to the green. Ready? Green flag. Got one peeking inside.
Get into third gear. Hopefully we can, I was going to say, hopefully we can drop down to the front for our turn. I didn't want to run around the middle or the outside. Not on lap 1 where I can do this with my foot full down on the throttle the whole time. Yeah, I guess I just haven't been pushing it as hard. Like if we got another caution, like if we pit halfway through whatever, and then we got a caution with 15 to go, I'd probably drive the car a bit differently, really burn off the tires. But as you can see, I'm not really driving away from anyone. We've got 3/10 on Espinosa. We're better through 1 and 2. I don't know if we're better through 3 and 4. We'll have to find out. I just tried something different, and that'll fade us up just like through 1 and 2. And it didn't work at all. We maintained that 3/10. Well, maybe it did work, though, because honestly, we were getting caught by Espinosa, and then that time we didn't. This time we did, but I think we'll get it back going through the exit of turn 2. Yeah, we did. So as you're looking, John Perez has fallen out of the top 5. Eliza Bethel, playoff driver, has made her way up into the top 5 again. Anthony Alfredo, non-subscriber driver, has made his way into the top 5. So congratulations to number 78 car. Unexpected. That's just that's the game, you know. It's a little wild at times. We got loose coming out of 2, but we've also been driving a little harder to put a bit of space between me and Espinosa. Or at least trying to. And that is seemingly working. So it would appear that if I drive real hard, we can do that. 38 laps left in the race. We've got 14 in the tank, which means we would have to pit with 24, 25 to go. Which would put us, I mean, it's fine. We technically should be able to make it. I mean, we'll make it on fuel, no problem. It's like 28 in the tank when you pit. But what I don't like is the tire wear, obviously. I'm not sure I can make it on tire wear. We might lose the lead simply because we're trying to preserve our tires. And that's a scary thought. Perez pokes his head back into the top 5. Big battles going on there as Espinosa is caught back up to us and in just 2/10 behind us again. I just lost all input in the steering wheel there, which meant we lost tire grip, which sucks. Trying to do whatever I can to figure out how I can drive away. I mean, I'm driving away from everybody but Espinosa. And it looks like his tire grip is way better than ours. He stayed low on the track right there. That was crazy. He, like, stayed low the entire time, even out. And for me, if I were to do that, we'd lose the back end totally. Obviously, that has to do with the fact that we only have 42% in the right rear as it is. It's taken a bit of a beating. Got back to 4, 5/10, maybe 6 coming. Yeah, I was going to say maybe 6 coming off of 2, which is awesome. But does that use up so much tire that we're not going to be able to maintain that? I don't know. Where we at here? Oh, see, I kept turning, lost the back end, sucked me down. 38. 34 laps remaining, 38% on that tire. Alfredo has made his way back up into the top 5, but he's still 1.3 seconds away from Schildhaus. Although Schildhaus and Chavez are only 0.2 of a second off each other, 2 3/10 off each other. We've put a bit of a gap between us and Espinosa, and there's no draft for me helping him anymore. There's no draft behind him helping him anymore, which is, I think, what has him falling off. It could also be tire wear. which is going to be interesting to see. Like I said, will they pit early for tires, or are they managing their tires better than I am? I think it's the latter. I think they're probably managing their tires much better than I am. Perez, as I saw, just jumped up into the top 5. I'm going to watch these tires for a minute, see where we're at. Also, normally the tire heat normally isn't in the middle of the tire, so that's not really what I'm looking for. Might have to lower the tire pressure in the right rear. What do we got here? 7 to go in the stage, 29% left. So if we do 4% per lap, we can make it on fuel, not stage. I'm gonna watch, not now. We're gonna start it from the line and see how much a percent we burn off. Full bore. Said 27%. There's 26%. It was right around 26% at the time. So basically, if we roll out of here up at 23%, it'd be all right. 22%, a little risky. If it's 21%, we're screwed. $24. Oh, I think we're fine. Well, 23. Wow, that was quick. I think we're fine. 23%. All right. Got a 1 second lead on Espinoza. Chavez has caught Espinoza a bit, so that's interesting. Apparently, I went into that turn a little too shallow. Perez just over a second behind Schildhouse. There's our marker telling us that we have worn out tires, but that's okay, I think. I hope. No, we should be fine. I am going too shallow into turn 1 and 2 lately. I got to fix that. That's part of the problem. Crank on it, and then we're getting a lot of push on the right sides because we aren't taking a nice gradual like that. That's a nice gradual turn in. Well, that was even more gradual than we needed. 3 left in the tank. Plenty of tire wear left. We're not going to go through 16% tire wear in 3 laps. Although we would go through 9 or 12. Regardless, we're not going to go through 16.
Manage our tire wear a little, all right?
Maybe you can manage your tire wear. We're sitting here trying to win a race, and he's all, manage your tire wear. Also, okay, I saw Chavez back there and got a little nervous. All right, so 2 to go, so it'll be 1 to go at the line the next time around. And that means we'll be able to actually bring it around the full 2 more times. Question mark is, when is everyone else going to pit?
All right, we're in our fuel window. Let's pit for
I'm
gas.
hoping people start to pit this time around.
You're wearing
Because
those tires down, driver.
I don't care about the tires. I'm hoping that they pit this time around so I don't have them all up in my grill. I'm going to have them all up in my grill. Crap. Maybe not. Maybe they have better fuel mileage than I do. Who knows? I tagged the wall there, though. That was stupid. Chavez is right on me now. So is Espinoza. Oh, we're pitting, and I've never practiced pitting here, but that's what I wanted. That's why I picked the more lenient cautions.
All right, we're in our fuel window. Let's pit for gas.
Oh, they did it too. Huh.
Drop your speed, driver. Easy on the tires, driver.
We're fine. Everyone's fine. Yay. Yeah, right rear. Let's do that and see if we fixes the wear a little bit.
All right, now, dig, dig, dig.
It was not a caution. We came out with a bit of a lead on Chavez. And we're going to come out, join the track, get up to full speed. And hopefully that right rear treats me a little better. I evened it up with what the left rear was set at, so I'm hoping that the heat in the tire is better. And as soon as Max Cost, Max Cost is on pit road right now. Parker Smith, Tommy Joe Martins, they need to pit, and we'll be good to go. That'll be awesome. They're going to pit right now. Nope, not yet. What are they not pitting for? They might have pit under that one caution. That's crazy. We're going to keep it live until the leaders pit for the final time. Then I'm going to speed it up until there's about 5 left to go unless something else happens.
Careful, still there. Clear low, clear low.
Interesting. I don't know if Oliveira had pit yet either. Well, yeah, he had to have. We just lapped him. Just don't know why. Oh, yeah, he's not maxed out. That's why I'm like, I don't know why he's running so slow, but he's not maxed out. What's the heat look like? Aha! I fixed the heat problem in the right rear. All right. Of course, the car feels a little loose off now that I did that, but, you know. Ooh, Ryan Ellis, playoff driver, and I just lapped him. Huh. A little interesting there. Yeah, Ellis being that way is really crazy to me because
You got room. You're clear.
Because he is a playoff driver still. And I just lapped him in front of Bradshaw Stout, who has a lot of work cut out for him to improve that driver. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I think that we were 18 or so laps into the stage when that caution came out. And, of course, if Tommy Joe Martins was in the back, he would have pit. So would have Parker Smith. We're catching them, but they'll pit eventually unless there's a caution. Then they'll pit under caution. Regardless, we're going to end up in front of them. So what matters is that we've got a 2.9-second lead on Chavez and a 4.2-second lead on Espinoza. I'm going to go ahead and speed things up right now. We'll be back with 5 to go.
I need 10 more solid laps. Concentrate for me. Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there. Towers called a caution.
Oh, that's awesome. I'll take that. Matt Kenseth pitting. We've got Josh Berry, Austin Hill, Timothy Mathis out of this race.
You're coming to the green. Are you ready now? Hammer down, green's out. Got one outside now.
I have no concern regarding tire wear anymore. It does suck we're all stacked up. I had almost a 4-second lead, I think, on Chavez and Espinoza, but I think we can at least get a 1-second lead back on them and drive away with it without worrying. I'm hoping. There was that one lap that Espinoza caught us. And passed us, so I got to be aware of that. John Perez trying to make the most of this opportunity. He has made his way up to third. He is trying to get up to second. Espinoza is in front of him directly, meaning that they're not side by side. As we go into turn one, Espinoza went wide. Perez kept it down on the track, but Espinoza was able to get in front of him again. Espinoza comes out wide. Perez comes out a little more narrow. So, wondering if he's going to be able to actually complete this pass at some point. I'm not sure. Espinoza now 2/10 in front of him. Chavez behind Perez. Schildhaus behind Chavez. That rounds out your top 5 as we have 5 laps left in this race. I need to be not careful with tires, just careful because we are getting loose off. Here comes Espinoza. Peeking his head in here. How fun would that be? You don't have to lead all the laps. You just have to lead one. Because of that, we're going to become a little more aggressive. Oh, he got aggressive. Wow, was that interesting? Interesting. Well, there's no way with 4 laps left in the race that we can wear out our tires, so let's give it hell. Three to go. Hang on to this. That was going to be bad. Oh, we got it. Only a 3/10 lead over Espinoza. And Chavez battling it out now. Hopefully that'll slow him down as they battle it out side by side racing. As we go across the line with just 2 laps left in this one. And we are driving away just a little bit. Chavez gets around Espinoza, but we've got a half second on Chavez now, so hopefully we can keep doing that. We did a really bad 3 and 4 potentially. Not bad enough, though. He only gained up on us by a 10th.
1 more to go.
Final lap of the race. All I can do is focus on what I can do. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. Perez gets passed by Schildhaus. We're here on the final lap, so potentially that could be a costly situation for Perez if he's not able to get the pass done. We're running the middle of the track as fast as we can with the tires worn out. We're going to get a little bit more of a lead as we're going to take home another victory, and that puts us in the Final 4. Let's just get it knocked out right away. Let's burn this bad boy down. Well, I didn't have it up against the wall at first. I thought I did. Pretty sure that I blow the engine right away. Top 5, Tony Savoy, Michael Chavez, Matthias Espinoza, David Schildhaus, John Perez. Eliza Bethel finishes right behind Perez in 6th. Jeremiah Graham rounds out your top 10 for custom drivers. AJ Hale 11th, Matt Malone 12th, Bryce Egan 15th, Lane Tibergen 16th, Casey Kane 17th, Max Cost 20th, Taylor Carpenter 22nd, Gary Norton 28th, Parker Smith 31st, Bradshaw Stout 32nd, Bernardo de Oliveira 33rd, and DNFing Josh Berry, Austin Hill, and Timothy Mathis. Taking a look at your playoff standings right now. Currently, Eliza Bethel, John Perez, Max Cost in it. Looking on the outside, right there, tied for 4th place, Lane Tibergen. And then we have Bryce Egan in 6th, Brennan Poole 7th, Ryan Ellis 8th. And there it is, our trophy presentation for the generic Kansas Lottery. Fastest lap goes to Matthias Espinoza. Congratulations, that was pretty impressive. Most laps led, Tony Savoy, 89 of 100. On the move, wow, Matthias Espinoza 25th to 3rd. That is actually extremely impressive. Tough break goes Ryan Truex, pole sitter, drops to 27. In the next episode, we will be traveling down to Texas to take on the O'Reilly Auto Parts 300 from Texas Motor Speedway. But folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I would like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.